Hi, folks. Good to see everybody. I've been missing people, and I realized I've been trying to go this thing alone, and I don't need to because people are out there who care that I'm going through cancer treatment, and I haven't felt like I was worthy. I talked to a good friend yesterday, Wendy, a geocosmic Valentine on YouTube, an astrologer. And I was telling her I just don't feel worthy to be a friend because I'm going through cancer treatment. And I heard myself say that and I thought, how ridiculous that sounds. So I decided to get on, and there are quite a few things I'd like to talk with you about. At the end, I'll be giving you a free reading. Yeah, I tried to go live so I could do it individually, but for some reason it didn't work. So first off, I know a lot of people don't know me very well. And I don't know, I might make another video on my background, but to make a long story short, my cousin talked me into doing this, both before and after her death. The message I got from a medium is believe in yourself, believe in the afterlife. And she impressed that upon me when I looked up while I was wide awake, raised my hands up, and saw her on the lap of God rising into heaven. She was such a fine person. Anyway, that's why I'm here, but I've had quite a few experiences before this that I think I'll talk about in another video, about hearing God and having different visions that came true. But today I want to talk about Taylor Swift and our new generation. She's such an incredible songwriter and is such an influencer, and she has literally talked, I believe, a couple 100,000 or more into registering for the first time this year. And I'm just so proud that our young people will be coming into politics and helping things. It's like when the Vietnam War happened and a lot of people my age became activists. And even my teachers were marching in the street against the war. And when I went to Vietnam, of course, I knew people who had fought there. But when I went there first in, 2017, I couldn't stop crying for a while. I came in by train. I forget where I came from. I traveled a lot in 2017. But when I went across this one bridge on the bus, I looked out at the water and I could just see the fighting. You know, when I was in high school, they were showing the war on the television. You could see so much, and it brought back those memories, and also the memories of talking to friends who had come back and things they had said. It was a horrendous time. So many people, good people, got messed up psychologically, either through drugs or traumatic experiences in the war. And they just didn't come back the same, and it was heartbreaking. And now, even now, you know, you're seeing vets in the streets. It's so sad. Anyway, so I just couldn't stop crying. I could see the war on this water as we drove across on that bus. And my husband at the time was like, whoa. He was like shocked that I was emotional about it, but he was from a different country and he didn't understand. Anyway, so the new generation is coming out. against Trump, a lot of them against Trump. And I'm just so glad such an influencer, such a wonderful person as Taylor Swift, who really cares about people and is so in touch with her generation. I'm just so glad she is really putting out the idea of, hey, it's a good idea to vote. So I'm definitely going to go see her movie. She's a remarkable performer, and I'm sure that's the cheapest way to get to see her is through this movie. I'm so glad she's bringing her talent to everyone. I don't know, I'm just so proud of her. I feel her spirit, her kindness, her caring, her energy. We're very lucky to have her in this world. And I was hearing somewhere, was it on the news or was it, I don't know if it was on YouTube or where, but someone was saying she has more people that she influences around the world than Fox News. I'm so happy to hear that. Sorry if you like Fox News. I'm sure it's for entertainment only, as is my show. So anyway, yeah, very happy about that. Another thing is I went into the energy of Trump. I had been avoiding it, but my girlfriend talked me into going in, and it wasn't as difficult or terrifying as I thought it would be. The main thing that struck me, it was the feeling, the angst, what do you call that? It's that feeling of just being oppressed all of his life, even though Trump was given money at different times by his father. He didn't have his father's love. And I had heard that. But when I went into the remote, I felt it. I felt how awful he felt about himself and still does. And I went through almost the whole deck of the tarot reading about his life, and from the time he was in military school and when he was starting to be interested in women and starting feeling his power, his charm. He felt his charm with women. He didn't respect them, but he started really enjoying their attention. And later on, it's like what struck me is that as it gets closer to present time, I was seeing that he is slowly but more swiftly now becoming more and more and more deluded. And I'm not sure if this is going to be what I saw when I saw him in a padded cell. I mean, I'm not being flip about this. I don't want anyone to hurt. And I could feel my own compassion toward him. I don't feel sorry for him because he has free will, and he can do what he chooses to do. And he's done some horrendous things, in my opinion. But I could feel his hurt in his deluded mind. He's very confused. And I don't know if he's going to get sick and die. I see that he's thinking about fleeing the country, but I don't see him being able to do it. It's just his mind. He's just so totally messed up right now. I didn't even feel the fear and the anger that he has as much as this delusion in his mind. He thinks, I don't know, he thinks I was going to say he thinks he's president, but it's not that, because he knows he's not president, although he thinks he really should be. But it's like this ego thing, with his lack of confidence and his ego, this interplay between the two. I mean, he's just totally messed up mentally. I don't know how he's going to go on, but I definitely saw in my reading that he will not be he won't be around for the election, whether it be that he has gone to heaven, not heaven, but to the other realm. It will be that, or that he's so deluded he is gone mentally, but he will not be around for the next election. So I don't want anyone to have the fear that he's going to run. And as far as these polls go, I read in one of the comments that one person, had been polled, but it was on their home phone. I don't really know anyone in my personal life who has a home phone. And of course, when you have a cell phone, it's pretty easy to ignore the calls if you don't know them. So I think the polls are just way off. I don't think we can count on those. All we can count on is ourselves and voting. Oh, and very importantly, I just saw Linda G. So if you haven't tuned into her channel, she came on and talked to us today. It was right before I was starting to do this video, so I just heard some of her words, but she sounds wonderful. So I'm very relieved. Our prayers worked, and we should continue on because she has a lot of healing to do. But apparently she got through it pretty well. So I'm very happy about that. So let's send love and light to Linda G. Let's see healing light, and let's send love and light to Taylor Swift, who is really helping our country and giving us reason to be optimistic. So it's a good day. It's a good day in the neighborhood and in my kitchen. So, and later on, let's see, what will I be making today? I love making tacos, different tacos with veggies, tacos with veggies and cheese, tacos with meat, tacos with pork. I don't know, I like to make like really healthy tacos. So I may be doing that later. Oh, and I wanted to mention I'm having my birthday on the 3rd of October. I am so happy that on Sunday we're going to actually celebrate it with my family and Whimsy. Whimsy is now part of my family. So yeah, it's great to see her play the guitar with my granddaughter. I can't wait to see her play in person on her violin. And I'm going to have to really start practicing because I will be playing the piano and she'll be playing the violin, and hopefully my granddaughter will join us. We're just having trouble coming up with some songs that we all three love, but it'll get there. Slowly but surely, we're going to have a little band. So you enjoy your day, and I'm going to try to be out there more. I have to push myself. It's like I go into these depressions and I need to get over it. I need to throw it away and push forward in my life and stop with this. I just got thrown back when I got my diagnosis of having cancer for the 3rd time. And I appreciate any healing prayers you have for me. My medication is working. But it's difficult when you have something where the cancer comes back over and over. It can be terrifying, but I'm glad to have this community. I'm glad to know that when we cross over, it's better than here. So we have to, like Whimsy says, make our heaven on earth while we're here. And so I am trying to do things that bring me joy. Oh, before I go, the most important thing, I want to give a reading, even if I'm not on live. I'll give one for the community. You lovely people. I am just so, so pleased. I keep getting these notifications on Amazon for something that I would never want to buy. It's over and over. I didn't even put a love on it. It's some sort of overalls. And I get it over and over saying they're cheaper, they're cheaper. Oh, I guess they can't give them away. Anyway, let me knock on these cards, clean out all the Trump energy. Okay. Don't want to get Trump involved in our reading. Okay. You probably wonder, why doesn't this woman comb her hair before she comes on? But after I wash my hair, I can't comb it for about a day. So I'll be trying to comb it later. All right. So what is happening for our community? How are people feeling? What's the energy? Cut the cards. I ask for protective light to surround our group. Call in the angels. Call in all the good angels and guides. Let go of any ego and just see what the cards have to say. The spirits will talk through the cards, and we'll see what they have to say. Things are coming into balance. Well, I'm feeling that politically. I'm feeling that things are going to be balancing out, but I know it's going to take some time. But I can already feel the shift of people coming together, and I know we're supposed to have a close down tomorrow night of the government. I have felt that we might have a short close down. I'm thinking 3 days. We'll see what happens. But it's obvious, it's showing us obviously that, I mean, the megas are forcing, the mega leaders in the Republican Party are forcing the Republicans to have to eventually work with the Democrats to get anything done. So in that way, it's very good that this is happening. I hope that we get our checks, Social Security. I hope food stamps, we get our food stamps. But what the Republicans want to do really is to take away Medicare and food stamps and children's lunches and just all these things that really help people. I don't know why there would be such a cruel spirit in the Republican Party. It can't be all the leaders. They must be fearing Trump or something. I don't know. How can you really, well, you can go into other people's minds, but anyway, I don't want to at this time. But let's see what's happening. Oh gosh, people have been worrying. But there is going to be a universal balance. The money is not going to only come down from the top, which it never works anyway. We're going to start having more of a trickle up economy. The poor are going to be, the rich are going to be sharing wealth with the poor. There will be an evening up. The rich are going to be paying taxes. I hope it's sooner than later, but it's going to happen. Absolutely. Okay. Some people are having a very difficult time letting go. Some people are scared, holding on to their money, very fearful about the economy. We're lucky we're in America because Biden has helped our economy grow more than any other Western economy. He deserves so much credit. He's such an effective person and so good-hearted. It's hard for me to believe that everyone wouldn't just be so grateful for our president. He's an amazing man. I do believe he's the best president we've had during my lifetime, even though my ideas are a little more progressive than his. I really want the rich to pay their taxes. We do. Why don't they? Too many loopholes, right? Okay, and they get tax breaks. All right. And in fact, it seems like last time the government almost shut down, the Democrats got so many things that we wanted, except for the rich paying their fair share. Why? I'm not quite totally sure. All right. Some people are being stubborn. Some people are having trouble with their work ethic. The solution is to gain new skills and master your craft. Whatever you're good at, get better at it. And good things will happen for you. Some of the conflict that's happening in politics is really getting some people down. Yeah, a lot of worry, a lot of people staying up at night. Let's see. We're going to have some good news. We need good news. In my opinion, we've had a lot of good news in the last couple months in the way of justice being served. And we can use more of it. We can really use more of it. Yeah, Trump said lock her up for some emails that I don't even think were classified. Anyway, for using her laptop. It's funny because secretaries of states have all used their equipment the way Hillary did, but they weren't called out for it. I remember hearing that at the very beginning of the fiasco. And then at the very end, Comey comes out and tells that so many emails have just come through on somebody's computer, I forget what, but they were, as Linda G would say, they were nothing burgers. Yeah. So, in other words, Trump was saying that he should be locked up. That's the upshot. Okay, the community, we are looking forward for new opportunities. What's my hair doing up there? My goodness. Oh, well, here I'm in my bathrobe. All right. Oh, the Queen of Wands. Maybe Whimsy's out there listening because this is talking about optimism. A creative person with a lot of strength. That is us. We are ultimately optimistic, right? Because we have faith. We know that when you cross over, everything's going to be okay. We have faith. Yeah, I think there's a lot of reason for optimism, even though we've been through such a grueling, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years between Trump and the COVID and all the lies. Okay, a lot of people are being torn between two choices. Some people are in denial. I would say that has been me. I've been in denial about my cancer. But, people get in denial about different things. They feel like they're caught in the middle and can't move forward before they make a decision. Let's see if we can see any more about this. Oh, they're going back and forth, back and forth. An inner balance, peace, harmony. The decision will be able to be made. The karma over the situation is justice. That is the ultimate karma. And being a Libra, I have my moon in Libra. I'm a Leo rising with a moon and sun in Libra, and I definitely believe in justice. I know people out there are rooting for the justice of our nation so that we can keep our democracy. Speaking of which, I hope everyone will look on YouTube and see the speech that Biden gave yesterday. If you haven't already seen it, it's on democracy, and he covers a lot. He's very dynamic. It was incredible. You would never believe he had stuttered as a child when you hear this speech. And it was just, to me, it was very moving. I can't quite explain why, but I remember when Obama was president, I would listen to him every day and feel a sense of peace and a joy. And then when Trump was president, I listened every day in horror and wanting to know what my Republican friends were seeing. It was so upsetting. And Biden, I mean, he isn't the greatest orator, but my gosh, he's a human. He's the best human. He's such a good human. And I'm just so glad that he's our president. And yesterday when he spoke, I felt that calm that I had felt when Obama was in office. The thing is, though, my gosh, Biden not only learned from Obama, he has gone on to such better and bigger things. I am just so proud of that man. And he's a youngin'. He can get on a bicycle, whereas we don't know that Trump can even get on a bike. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't laugh at the man. After yesterday's remote, I could feel his pain. But honestly, the people that talk about age, they should be talking about the age of Trump's mind. But anyway, Biden is much more in touch with what's happening and what the people really need and want because he listens. He goes around and listens. He talks with the people who have lost loved ones, whether it be in war, when we were in war, but thank God he got us out. And he just has the compassion that won't quit. He speaks with people who have lost their children to gun violence. I mean, he cares. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would be against Biden, but anyway, I know I'm preaching to the choir probably. So I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Justice, we're going to have justice. All right. Just checking my cards to see if the reading's over. They tell me the reading's over. So I hope everyone has a beautiful day. And I look forward to talking. I want to talk with you more about the tarot and how it really works for me, but I think a lot of others. And I'll do that in another video. I want to talk about how to meditate quickly. I once wrote a book on it, but it has been lost somehow. Yeah, I want to talk with you about a lot of things. So tune in, subscribe, please, and get the notifications. So hit the bell twice. Thank you, folks. Bye. Keep the faith.